Hi, Western Middle School families. I'm recording this video for any of the parents or guardians who wanted to attend the open house but were unable to for whatever reason. So this is a little makeup video, and I'm going to take you through my presentation real quick. So in this presentation, I introduce myself, go over the syllabus, go over some of the expectations for NTI, show you the teacher website, and give you all my contact information. So first, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Miss Cottrell. Some people say Cottrell. It's actually Cottrell, but if you can't remember that, just call me Miss C. And then I teach English language arts. This is my second year teaching at Western Middle School. I'm so excited to be back for another year. I graduated from the University of Louisville with a degree in secondary English education and a theater minor. I'm passionate about making learning culturally relevant, multimodal, incorporating all different aspects into the English content, and student driven. So this is the class syllabus, and I sent this in an email to all of the parents who have email addresses listed on Infinite Campus. It was from a no reply email. But just know when you see a no reply email, I do actually want you to reply, just not to that email. Just send me a follow-up email. And this is the syllabus. So all students already have this, takes you through the grading scale, all the different units that we're doing this year. So our first unit is personal narratives and reflection. I changed the way that this unit looks. Normally it's just write a story about your childhood, but because we're in such a weird place in our world right now, I really wanted to give students the opportunity to explore their thoughts and feelings about things that are going on in the world through their personal narratives. So their personal narratives, which they will start next week, are going to be about something that's happened to them during the summer of 2020, like how weird it's been social distancing, wearing a mask the first time, all of the stuff that's been going on around racial inequality. So anything that's affected them this summer is what they'll write about for their personal narratives. I've also changed it by incorporating art and music into this unit as well, because art and music tell stories. And if they prefer telling their stories through art and music, I'm going to give them that opportunity for their personal narrative, but they'll have to write a written component to that too. So I'm going to post all the details for that assignment on Google Classroom soon, and hopefully your students will share that with you. The classroom materials, they just need an agenda, device with internet, basic art materials, and an independent reading book. I do want to spend some time clarifying what they are supposed to be doing with independent reading. So every grading period, we will either do independent reading or whole class reading. So the independent reading is where they choose a book on their own and they read at their own pace. The whole group reading is where we read the same book together and I assign them chapters to read. So most of our grading periods, we will be doing independent reading, and that is where they choose a book that they're interested in. It can be anything as long as it is parent approved. It can be anything that they are interested in. So it can be fiction, nonfiction, manga, magazines, anything that they are passionate about, because I know for a lot of students who don't like reading, it's just because they haven't found anything that they want to read or they haven't been allowed to read those books in English classes in the past. So please encourage your student to actually read something that they're interested in. I have a ton of resources to help them find a book, and they should be reading these every week. So hopefully you see them reading. If not, it would be great to encourage them to read. There's no weekly assignment to hold them accountable for reading because they set their own goals for reading. So they should be able to tell you how many pages they want to read a week or how many chapters they want to read a week, because they have already set that goal. And that is where responsibility comes into play. So hopefully they are holding themselves accountable, and maybe you can help them with that. But there's no weekly assignment because I've done that in the past and it's become extremely overwhelming for students, and I want to make the independent reading as fun, hopefully it's fun, as fun as possible. And then they will have a project at the end of the grading period that revolves around independent reading. And that's going to be an open creative project on the independent reading. So next, just a quick few things about how NTI works. So all work is posted and turned in on Google Classroom at the beginning of the week. And unless a different due date is posted, all work is due Friday at 6 p.m. The reason why it is due Friday at 6 p.m. is to give them a little bit of extra time in case you are just not having a good week or it's a super busy week and you need some extra time. But I don't give you until Saturday or Sunday because I want you to actually take a break and really enjoy your weekend, spend time with family because that is so important. Friday, there's never any work on Friday. Friday is a makeup, work, and self-care day. So what that means is if they have not finished all their work for the week, they need to be working on that because it's due at 6 p.m. But if they're completely done, then it is their self-care day. So a self-care day is a day where you choose at least one thing to do that day that you enjoy doing. And the whole point of that is to make you feel better. And I always post resources on Fridays that will help guide them through the self-care day, but there is no assignment attached with that. And then if you're going to be absent, I just ask that you email me. The reason why I want you to email me is so I can make sure that you have all the information you need to make up the work that you miss. These live sessions are really important. They are just like normal school. If you're going to be absent, then you would have a sick note or something like that. I'm not going to ask you to give me a sick note, but please, please, please attend the live sessions unless there is something going on and you can't. And I always tell my students, if I don't know what's going on, I can't help you. Communication is key. If something is going on in your life, please let me know because I'm going to do absolutely everything I can to help you be successful. But I can't do that if I never hear from you, so I don't know why you're never showing up to class. And then Infinite Campus is where you can find the final grades. I have some grades on Google Classroom, but all the final grades will be on Infinite Campus. And I will always reward effort. That means that I take makeup work with some points off, obviously, but if a student comes to me and says, I really want to do better, what can I do to improve my grade? I'm always going to help them because that shows me that they are motivated and responsible, and I always want to reward that. And then the last thing, I have some resources here for you, but I just want to show you this producer's website. If you go all the way down, these are some pictures from last year if you want to see some things that I did last year. And the student schedule is here if you ever need to find that again. This is my virtual classroom where you can find resources. And then the very bottom is upcoming work. So this is what I want to show you the most. If you are ever wondering, what is my student doing in English class? Then this is where you can go to find that information out. So these have all the assignments that are for the week. There were 2 assignments for this week. So this tells you exactly what they are. And then this is the weekly work plan. So this is the suggested schedule for what you should be doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday every week. So whenever there's a live class, it's always highlighted in blue, and there are hyperlinks. So if you click on the word live class, it actually takes you to the PowerPoint for that day. So you can see exactly what we're doing in class. And I do that because I think it's important to share that information with you. And of course, you can always help your students if there's something going on and they miss class or they need a little bit of help, then you can help them with that if you actually know what's going on with the class. I also have links to assignments here. So if you want to see the assignments that we're working on, I link them here. I can't link every single assignment because the way Google Classroom works, sometimes it doesn't grade it if you post more than one assignment, so you have to post it a very certain way, and if you post it that way, you can't link it. So that's all confusing, but the point is I post everything that I can here for you. The very last thing that I want to say is that I am always here if you need something. I still talk to some students from last year. I think that My relationship with students and students' families is the most important thing. So that means if something's going on, then always feel free to talk to me and I will do my best to help you. If you have any questions, always reach out and I will always respond. And finally, if you have any feedback for me, I welcome feedback and I do actually take it seriously. And I change the way my class works according to the feedback of students and their families. So please just let me know if there's anything that I can do to make the class more successful, and I will do everything that I can. So thank you all so much if you watched this whole presentation. And I was so happy to see some of your faces during the open house. But for everyone else, the next time I'll probably see you face to face is parent teacher conference. So I'm so excited to see you all then. If you need anything in the meantime, please send me an email. Bye.